La da 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 da. I'm going to get you. You think you're safe and you're really not. You don't know who you're really messing with. Do you like clowns? Because I do.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we have interesting news, and this has also to do with from the recording, which you can see in the video here, or from the image, that he brought this story out. Now, normally I don't try to take everybody's work or from what they have, but this is a constant thing that I see happening in our schools, and it is one of the many places, of course, is happening in Pennsylvania. So I think that I should speak up about it because this is a great concern to what's happening to kids in these far leftist cities, far leftist states that are wanting to destroy kids in every way possible. So what you're seeing from the video there, from obviously that videotape, was from an actual aunt or guardian, pretty much saying that a voice message to a 13-year-old special needs child. If you don't want to know who more evil is, it's these people. So I kind of understands on to how these parents and these people became like this, or their kids became like this, because the parents are garbage themselves. So we're not going to find any articles with this stuff, all right? So don't think you're expecting any type of articles or what have you, because it's not going to happen. It's not being reported in any type of news media, which we want to make that get some noise, all right? So what we have here is that this is from a thread from Liz Finnegan. We have this. This is even begged the school board to help my daughter who has been viciously bullied and was put on the hit list. I paid $11 to share my statement in full here with her permission. And I will be showing you this quick video of what's going about it, whatever. This was from the recording intro, by the way, so this is what I'm posting out here. But I want you guys to see the picture and the context of what's been going on here. Take a look.
Every single day, full of optimism, determined to have the best day ever. I have never seen anyone, child or adult, try as hard as my little girl tried. Every single day she tried to have one good day, and she could not have that. Everything that has occurred has been the direct result of retaliation against her for reporting a sexual assault. This is evidenced by the fact that even the adult caregiver of the girl who assaulted my daughter actively participated in the threats. She called my daughter repeatedly in the middle of the night, leaving her voicemails at 1:30 in the morning when she got no response. One voicemail explicitly said, "You think you're safe, but you're not, and I'm going to get you." I have the voicemail here if you would like to hear it. So speaking to the parents doesn't help in this situation. To reiterate, that was an adult guardian of one of the girls who, with 3 of her closest friends, added my daughter to a hit list. That's why we take it so seriously.
And as you can see here, the video actually goes on for a full 10 minutes. Don't worry, guys. I will be posting all this stuff into the description down below, including to the Cold Range channel, that you guys can go and see that the actual report here, because this is something that needs to be talked about post haste and immediately, and hopefully we can maybe get some like the Daily Mail and what you could say the any of these Fox News or whatever, whoever wants to do a report on the CNN, whatever. I don't care who does this, but this needs to be reported on because this is absolutely disgusting in every single stretch of the imagine. So she goes on to say that here her dad also spoke about what our daughter has gone through. He detailed the physical assaults of our daughter in elementary school that until he went to the board had called him out weren't handled. He was kicked out briefly for mentioning how much the superintendent makes. Now, the superintendent here that we're talking about is this guy, George Steinbroth. Yeah, he's a great individual. Seems like he was nice into everything that he does. Well, let's see here. We have actual stuff here that says otherwise that he has. So this is all archived. This is from some of the comments. This is not surprising in the slightest. Your administration has fostered an environment where violence and violent threats are a norm. Not to mention your horrible safety precautions. Some classrooms don't even have loudspeakers, and substitute teachers can't lock doors. This is from him specifically. CVHS was placed on proactive lockdown to investigate a threat today. Aston PD have deemed the threat to not be credible. The lockdown is lifted and school is back to its normal schedule. We don't feel safe in your school anymore. This is about how we feel. This is the second day in a row where something has happened. Another person replied the same thing. Sun Valley is a straight up a bad place to go. I always struggle with school and obviously don't want to be there, but there's a difference with that. And now being scared to go in there and the school lies and covers stuff up to make themselves look better. This has more from all this. The actions of Sun Valley High School today are completely unacceptable. Following a direct threat of a school shooting along with the hit list, students were dismissed from their cases following a short lockdown and originally told to continue following their day as normal despite the fact there could be still a danger in the school. It was not known until many students began leaving on their own terms as they no longer felt safe that the school called for an early dismissal. Do you guys understand that a lot of students are feeling unsafe and don't want to go back to school? The situation today was not handled the way it should have been, telling the students who didn't feel to go back to class or they were going to mark us as skipping and suspend us. This is from also Sun Valley, the Pendesco. So we have at least 500,000 football stadium school board was able to protect them. I'm sure the highest paid superintendent in Delco will fix it. Yeah. So the lack of communication is disturbing. Many teachers weren't taking it seriously. Some were barricading their doors. Some teachers don't have locks, and substitutes don't have keys. If a threat entered our school, we would all be in grave danger because of the lack of precautions. Protect the kids or resign. By the way, SB Aston PD has deemed the teachers had to tie Chromebook chargers on the handles to keep the doors shut. So yeah, as you can see here, this is an ongoing thing. This is not not ongoing, but this is a constant thing that has happened. You know, different from Garnet Valley students in the letters. This is a huge thing. I will also be placing the documents here so everybody can see it. We have more here. You're more worried with the number of graduates than you are about bullying that goes on in your schools. Get your shit together. Could you please explain why the district doesn't enforce its anti-bullying policy? Shout out to BD Super for being pro-bullying. Be a man and do something about kids bullying other kids in your school, you POS. Blocked a student who raised an issue instead of looking into bullying at NMES. Unacceptable. So, yeah, these are constant comments going on forward here. And this is not just, a simple thing. So we'll go back to here, exactly to where the dad is speaking about this, because, it's, they just have to mock and ridicule a man talking about this, and finding it as a joke for kids being, sexually assaulted and physically assaulted, especially special needs, because, it's a joke when that happens.
I heard what's going on with my kid, right? Sounds crazy. Like, there's no way that could possibly be happening in the school, right? Except pieces of paper that document everything were just handed to the solicitor that outlines not only how this started, but how after reporting this, it's an organized group effort to target and use terroristic threats, because if you read the language that's written all on the Discord page involving these group of kids who are targeting and organizing this effort, that's exactly what it is. This isn't the first time I've stood here. Unfortunately, the last time I did, you guys reduced my comments, which I'm pretty sure is a violation of the Sunshine Act, to 2 sentences. When I stood here to talk about the physical bullying that was taking place with my daughter in school. Came here, talked about all of it. 2 sentences is basically what got cut out of the video and what you guys put in. Not what I said, not what I talked about, just that I came and I had an issue and we talked about it. No details about it being a sexual assault with her being groped. No details about the fact that nothing was happening until I came here and went off. Because apparently in this school district, that is the only way that the administration starts forcing people to do their job.
Yeah, first of all, you're not going to attack the administration in the public setting. It's right in our bylaws. If you'd like to address the mayor of the board, that's fine, but not the administration.
Sure. We're here to ask for help. And it's pretty cut and dry. I mean, I know we've talked before, I can't even get help on the landscaping near my house. And we've been dealing with that for years, but that's not even remotely close to being important. So, if you go to the video on the YouTube page, again, you'll see that my comment is there, or that comment is there replacing what we had talked about. What the disclaimer doesn't tell you is that the bullying and misconduct was also a sexual assault. Another kid groped my kid in school. It was reported, nothing happened. Again, I'm coming full circle here, I lost where I was. Then she was beaten with a fallen tree branch by a group of boys on school property. She was slapped in the face during recess because she mentioned something about a video game. She was also choked, strangled, actually, in class by another student. And fortunately, these problems were eventually handled, okay? Now, the disclaimer doesn't tell you that I spoke directly with $250,000 man about how scared I was to send my kid to middle school the next year.
Ms. Montaluzzi, please have a seat.
It's Montaluzzo.
Whatever it is, we're done. You're not going to address our superintendent that way. Your time at the
That
podium.
is how much he makes.
Your
It's
time at the podium is
$232,000 a year.
Your time at the podium is over.
That's
Thank
fine.
you.
That doesn't mean I have to stop talking though, right? Does anybody want to see a copy of all the deleted tweets and the deleted stuff that our superintendent put out when students responded to him asking for help during the last school shooting episode? They asked for help. It was ignored. One student asked for help for her brother.
I'm going to ask you to please be quiet or you can exit the room.
Sure.
What are you two laughing at?
I'm laughing at the...
No, this is serious shit.
Yeah, I know it is. I don't
And
need
you two are
These
serious.
comments come from the podium.
You gotta tell the truth.
Then,
You have to tell the truth, sir.
dude, it's still not laughable when my granddaughter's
These
in
are your
trouble.
tweets that you deleted. These are tweets from students who reached out to you because they didn't feel safe,
Twitter, we don't
and
even-
you deleted it. He has his own Twitter. He's SPESD super.
What about your daughter?
No, this doesn't. What I'm saying is this is a culture product. This is a culture of what is happening here. It starts at the top, goes all the way down. We have to go to school and beg this principal at Northleaf to do his job. And it's still not getting done.
So where's it
Fine,
stop?
that's not the experience we want, but thank you.
But anyway, man, let me see this shit.
Do you want to go first?
So yeah, that's great and all. Great superintendents, great people. Yeah, the best thing you guys are going to do is like, oh, don't ridicule our client. Well, guess what? You serve the people. You get to get ridiculed, laughed at every single regard of the people because you serve the people. You're not on this higher guard or higher standard to where you get to have the ability to just, shut people out when they're pointing out a colleague of yours. Yeah. Real tough guy of you. You sit there and you handle it like a man, you piece of garbage. Well, we have more that here is from this Liz Finnegan. I'm posting these videos because the last time we went to the board with this shit, they removed the statements from the official video. Want to make sure they're out there this time. I have more, just edit the beginning of each where people state their addresses. My mother reading the statement my daughter wrote for the board. Here's another statement from my aunt where she tried to calmly explain that them laughing appears disrespectful. They told her we don't need your theatrics. Yeah, we're not going to show all of this, obviously, because the video will be significantly way too long for this. But as I said, I'm going to put this on down here. We have all this. This is also the video that I posted at the very beginning of the video to everyone recommending going to these girls' parents. This is a voicemail the aunt guardian of one of the girls left for my 13-year-old child. She forgot to block her number, so no, unfortunately, I don't see that helping. Requested a copy of the police report on this so we could have it to file a PFI. I was told they couldn't release it without a judge's order because it involves a minor. The only minor in the specific report being my child, the victim who was threatened by an adult. So I'm figuring out how to go about doing that now. I'm happy to say that we have someone helping us with this. I will keep you all updated. I also want to thank everyone for the support and kind words. All that great stuff, right? So, this is another one. I'm pissed, so fuck it. I'm going to post everything here. Maybe that will help. One of the girls in the Discord server was uncomfortable with it. She sent screenshots of what was happening. They all added names to this hit list. I don't know what they intended to do with it. I called the police Friday morning to report them as soon as we became aware of its existence. They determined because no direct threat was made, they couldn't do anything. Couldn't do anything. So they let the schools deal with it. The middle school solution is to have my child walk a different route to her classes so she doesn't walk past the child who put her on a hit list. The high schoolers still haven't been fucking talked to. The middle schoolers admitted to, which was apparently good enough. Here's the thing that you should do, Liz, is just take your kid out of the school, out of the state, move, and go on forward. I understand this is not the reasonable solution, right? Because you shouldn't have to deal with it. You shouldn't have to move out of the place that you are living at from a school that's obviously being wrong with you. I completely understand that. But at the meantime, while you're fighting this BS, at the very least, move your kid to another school, maybe homeschool your child or something of that matter, because this is not a healthy or safe state on your child. Your child could very easily wind up severely injured or if not killed for this type of stuff. Especially with that just happened in Nashville, I'm pissed off and scared. They use this server to coordinate the creation of fake social media accounts to harass kids, gather information on what kids were doing, and when added to them to a hit list. Then to make it even worse, they lost my child during morning attendance. They marked her absent when she was right there. So 5 days after being added to a hit list by a schoolmate, they told me she wasn't in the building. You can imagine what my thoughts went. So this is the actual public hit list here. This is, it even says public hit list. So it says, people have that hit, not just wanted to put it, and all this stuff, the bomb and all that stuff. So, yeah, this is what's been going on with this school. This evil piece of garbage that's going on, and with all this here. So, yeah, I think it's time that the Daily Mail, New York Post, and what have you, and Fox News really start reporting on this type of stuff. Because it needs to get all the coverage that it can, considering these people are absolute garbage human beings. Alright guys, that's the video. Give this woman some support and love, because she definitely needs it due to the outrageous BS that's happening. And yeah, like, subscribe, share, and as always, take care.